All right, let's take a look at the next question. How technical should PMs actually be? Back then, it was all about managing timelines and herding cats. But now, man, the game's totally different. I'm working on this massive ERP implementation right now, and it got me thinking. I'm spending way more time diving into technical discussions than I ever did before. Like, I actually need to know what the hell a materialized view is now. My take is that technical knowledge isn't just nice to have anymore. You don't need to code, but you better understand enough to call BS when needed. I've seen too many PMs get steamrolled in technical discussions because they couldn't keep up. But here's the thing, I'm not saying we need to become developers. It's more about knowing enough to ask the right questions and make informed decisions. Plus, it makes you way more credible with your tech team. Anyone else feeling this pressure to level up their technical game? How are you handling it? Personally, I've been living on Stack Overflow and taking some courses on Udemy, but curious what's working for others. So here's my take on it, right? I think that our frameworks and our software development process is becoming too complicated, right? So before that, there was just, like this guy mentioned, classical project management, right? So the frameworks were developed that consisted of the PM tools like timeline, roadmaps, and so on. And they were typically used by PMs to line up the schedules. And after that, there was an agile transformation, right? So some frameworks appeared like Scrum, like a Kanban, right? Which implied that developers would deliver the code and features more frequently, and in that way, the development will be more streamlined, and basically the responsibilities for planning shifted a little bit from PM to developers, right? But then it turned out that this is not enough, right? Because basically there are not only developers, but there are clients who need specific dates for their projects, who need some expectations to be met, right? And what if there is not just one team, but there is a big company consisting of multiple teams that develop completely different features, and you need to somehow synchronize them, right? And uh, therefore, uh, now everyone's saying, okay, we need to keep this agile transformation, right? But we need to get from that to more global transformation, like on company level. And then right now, what we see is that some frameworks appear and some processes appear where the company is trying to plan itself, right? Like, for example, there is a meeting that consists of multiple teams, and all the teams start and try to plan the work in agile way, right? So instead of having one team doing that, now we have like 5 teams doing that. And um, the teams, they usually look at their perspective and they just want to plan their work, right? But this is still doesn't meet the company goal completely, because company needs projects, features, and everything. So, and this is where project manager is involved and tries to somehow organize the chaos, right? Where you have teams planning the work, right? And project manager just tries to get this free fish from that pond, right? Like to do some fishing. So, and this is where I think it's kind of becoming complicated and messy. I think, and this is what we're talking here on this channel is we need to make a different process where uh, we have a business side of things and we have a technical side of things, right? And the business side of things, this is where a project manager or product owner, they need to take care of the product side, right? They need to take care of the timelines, of business priorities, of risk management. Like use all of the tools that PM originally created to effectively manage projects and features, right? But on the other side, we have a development side of things where this agility should be adopted, right? And they should keep working and delivering features in agile way, but let this handle to developers, particularly of how to deliver and how to code things, how to deploy them. But the releases and the priorities and the business side of things, that should be managed by project managers. And to make that bridge effectively, we need to create a clear communication channel, like an interface where developers provide some context, and this context is transformed into business reality, like delivery dates, for example, right? But only with the manager actually controlling that and adjusting the schedules uh, based on their view of clients' needs, of main organization goals, and on priorities of the company in this milestone in this quarter. So that's why answering this question, I don't think that PM should become even more technical. I think the opposite actually should happen. They should actually focus more on the timelines, on global scale of company direction, right? And to manage this part. Whereas as developers, they can focus uh, like further on agile transformation.